You're still watching The Pulse on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. Let's quickly go to the Bonafide region. In fact, today has been one of joy for many of the customers of DKM Microfinance who've had to struggle for months in wait for their monies they deposited in that saga that became controversial some months ago. Well, today we're learning that that process to have them receive their deposit has been hampered by an injunction. Let's get more from Precious Semevo, our man covering this event for us in the Bonafide region. Precious, good afternoon to you. We know that the customers were smiling and then there was some gloom. What happened? Precious, if you can hear me, I'm asking what's happened with the process to have customers of DKM start receiving their deposits?
Well, Francis, what happened today actually was to brief the customers how far the official liquidator, had gone with the process of paying part payment of their, locked up investment. Now, after fruitful deliberation, we were told that the exercise has gone far, and by next week, Friday, they will be able to come out with a list of claims that they've been able to, validate. And that list will include names of such customers, how much will be paid them, and the banks that will be facilitating this payment. But the payment actually will start from the first week of October.
Okay, let's have the video of the liquidator speaking to you some moments ago.
That we just received in the middle of the meeting. I mean, we were served with it when we had started the meeting about to end. And so I should not be seen to be in contempt of court. But just to say that the particular issue was an order given in the Wa High Court on a particular legislation that at that particular time was not clearly understood. It was the Non-Bank Financial Institution Act, which is supposed to regulate non-banking financial institutions, and microfinance institutions are supposed to be a non-banking financial institution. But in that particular act, it specifically states in the third schedule that deposit-taking microfinance companies do not get regulation under the Non-Banking Financial Act. They are regulated by the Banking Act, and therefore were properly appointed by the Bank of Ghana under the Banking Act. And until that particular injunction is moved on the 22nd of September, this September is going to be moved, to withdraw that kind of order that was placed, against us. That particular ruling that was given, it was on the blind side of the judge and the lawyers, because it's very clear in the third schedule that deposit-taking microfinance companies are regulated by the Banking Act, and that was the act that appointed us. So we'll wait, but we are not going to be, in contempt of court, because we had already started the meeting before the order was served on us, and it is only served on us within the Sunyani magisterial district, and so we are leaving this place. We are not going to continue with any more meetings. We've had the meeting already anyway.
So is it going to disrupt your process?
It should not, because it was only in relation to the Sunyani magisterial district.
So what it means is that you can continue outside
as
Sunyani.
long as we have a process in court to reverse that particular order that was given. As long as that order has not been moved to confirm that order that was given, we'll go on with our work. That's all will happen.
Right, so that's Jemima Mawara. She's the official liquidator for the DKM Microfinance Limited. Precious is still with us on the line. Precious, for those who made it to the Coronation Park today to listen in on what the process will be, what's been your response to all of this?
Well, Francis, it's been mixed reaction. Some of them are still, skeptical. They feel they've had promises since last year, and until the money hits their account or they have the money in their hands, they are not going to believe what they are saying. Others are also saying that they are Christians, they trust in God, and they believe that this is the time that they will be getting their money. But there were some others who were also warning politicians to stay away from the issue and not to take advantage of their predicament, because their interest is to get their money back so that they will be able to pay fees of their wards who are still in the house because they cannot afford to pay their fees as at now.
All right, thank you, Precious. This is certainly a story we'll be following to see what happens at the end of the process. Interesting details there from the Bono Ahafo region. So that's by way of an update for you from Bono Ahafo region on the microfinance scam and what's being done to have those affected get their monies back. Now, I think